Ladies and gents, I welcome me back to you. I was away for a few days if you've been following me on Instagram, and now we are back to make some good trades. I know I said the Mara trade was the last public trade, but this one is very good. A lot of you already know about it. Here's my position in Gamestop. You can do the maths on how much this is valued at today. Now, I didn't buy Gamestop because of the hype. I didn't buy Gamestop because of the volatility that we're seeing, the way it went from $17 all the way to $60 in the space of 2 days. Now, I bought it for the actual fundamentals and the future. I'll give you guys all of that information now. And I'm actually going to share with you some very important stuff here. I paid $1,000 for this software that gives me live data to give you that data that a lot of you are seeking today. So, the short squeeze has not happened, matter of fact. We are at the same short interest as we were in prior the $17 moves. By the way, when we were at $18 just a week ago, the short squeeze was about to happen. And then Roaring Kitty came about, and some influence came about, and they started hyping this stock. And to be honest, guys, we were doing fine without the influences, because it's the influencers that are pushing that stock higher and then dumping, and just crazy things happen. And we don't want that. What you want is sustainable growth in the company that will automatically push shorts out, okay? And cause money to flow in. That's why GameStop on Friday released a statement saying, listen, we're going to dilute shares. Thank you guys for your money. We're going to dilute shares at a good price once we get it. Because we understand the value of our stock isn't correlated to the fundamentals of our company. Even though we believe that we will be worth as much as what you guys are saying it should be. But it's too early. And that's why you're going to see a lot of short interest piling on, and it has actually piled on. But all I'm saying, guys, is these kind of influencer things that are happening is actually hurting the stock. Even though it's bringing volatility in, it's still hurting the stock. And this company is going to do its thing naturally. That's why in 2000, by the way, let's just jump right into it, guys, and I'm going to share with you what I'm looking at here. I believe this stock is going to be worth. So, look, this is the software I'm using, and it's giving me live data. So I'm just going to jump into the things you guys are used to. So the short interest is 23% 7 days ago. So let's just go to Thursday, May 16, the day before the dump, or the 20% drop. The short interest was 23%. That was prior to the move that we've seen. So it's the same. It hasn't actually changed. The short interest value is 1.75 billion. Okay, that's 1.75 billion worth of shares that could be bought. By the way, the short interest, when you're shorting, you have to buy back the shares. So if you end up successfully squeezing the shorts out in the next couple of days, well, there's $1.7 billion that will be injected into GameStop. And the short interest days to cover is 3 days and 3.83 days. Okay, so short interest 63 million shares. And again, guys, this is excluding Friday where the drop happened. So that's probably maybe 100 million shares, and that's probably 1.5 or 2 billion in dollar value that could be injected into GameStop. So the shares on loan, this is what I kind of confused here, is because there's 63 million shares that are short interest, and 81 million shares on loan. On loan means basically it's shortened. You borrow shares to short. Now there's 20 million, I believe, is naked shorts, or I don't know where the 20 million came from anyways, but I'll let you guys deal with that in the comment section. The cost to borrow has increased by 50% 7 days, guys. Okay, so it's 9%. So look, this is one thing I wanted to share, is the statistics everybody's looking at. To me, this is just a bonus. I don't really care about that. What I care about is, let's have a look at the insiders and the holders. So if we look at the insider positions, they haven't actually, the last reported one is 6th of May. Nobody's really selling, right? There's actually more buys than sells. Okay, I don't see any major positions here. Ryan Cohen, the CEO, holds 36 million shares. So percentage of the company is 12%. So 12% is what this guy holds. So this guy's betting big on it. Okay. If we look at the holders, now, like I said, Ryan Cohen, and then you've got these groups. So, have a look, guys. These hedge funds have added to their positions. They've increased. Okay, this Vanguard group, 38,000 added, 74 BlackRock, 300,000 State Street Corp. They've added. Look at the reporting date, 31 March, 30th April, 31. These guys are adding, okay? So only one of these guys, I don't know who this person is, reduced by 31%. The rest have all added. All these corporations, 1 million shares added. Renaissance Technologies, LLC. Okay, they're all adding to their position. On top of it, you've got shorts, insiders holding. Changes in the structure of the company. If we look at Gamestop, guys, and let's just go here. Now, I know there's a lot of craziness happening in GameStop, a lot of naysayers. So the actual core business, like I said, is declining, which is why they're restructuring to basically turn GameStop into more of a holding company. A few months ago, GameStop basically allowed Ryan Cohen, there was a thing released to invest and acquire shares and whatnot on behalf of the company. Okay? And that in itself is an indication of the direction GameStop is going in. And raising capital, diluting shares to have more money for future acquisitions. Maybe they end up buying Bitcoin like MSTR and become a holding company. We don't know. There's a trigger that's coming that's going to send GameStop to $100. That's what I believe. Now, everybody's crediting the move that happened to $80 to Roller and Kitty. True, guys. True. But we were about to squeeze out and do it perfectly fine at $20. His tweets or whatever, you know, they're not really being effective as they used to be. So I think people already know he led 2021, and now everybody is educated with what to do this time around. And this time around, they're going to do their thing. People are going to come together. But I think the fundamental of the business is actually something that people are going to be invested in anyways. And I know the fundamentals right now are declining, but when they do end up turning around, and that's around the corner, because sure, the revenue is declining, and even as the revenue is declining, they're coming out with a better loss. So they're doing great at cutting costs and managing their expenditure. So you notice April 30th, guys, that's before, you know, the short squeeze, there was 27% short interest. Now we are at, well, just close the same. I mean, 23%, guys. There's 23% short interest. So this is live short interest data. 23 million, 63 million in, or 23%, 63 million shares short. That's 23% of the actual valuation of the company. That's Thursday. Now imagine Friday, how many shares were added. So I think next week we're going to see great things happening in this stock. And it's up to you what target you want to aim for. But I've already put my position in. The total cash on this is 1.2 billion, but they've reduced it now to 1.1 billion. So I think it makes sense with the loss they've taken the last year. So 1.1 billion is what they have going into 2024. Okay? Now the one thing I don't like about this is the total debt, which is 600. I don't like debt. Wherever I see debt, I hate it. So this will benefit also from the short or from rates being cut, just so you know. Okay, so we are now at $21. Let's have a look at the chart. By the way, some people will say, why haven't you talked about the share offering? Well, Marathon Digital Holdings was also having share offerings, and we still took it to from $14 back to $20. Shelf offering is when the price is at a good number of the stock. So you don't hurt the stock, you just dilute at a basically when things are overextended. It makes sense. Who are we going to dump on when they dilute? They're going to dilute it on the short positions that are being squeezed out. those are the people they're going to dilute the shares to as they buy. Okay, so look, this move right here is crazy. I'm sure a lot of you got hurt in that, especially if you're watching this video. But where can we retrace to on Monday, Tuesday next week? Well, the $30 is a given, guys. I mean, a retracement back there from this level, even we can go to 18, 17.50 before retracing, but I don't think we're going to do that. I think $20 was held on Friday, and we're going to push back to the $30. First of all, 27 will be tested. Once you get 27, then $30, and from there you start to squeeze slowly. And if everything works out for you guys, and you see yourself basically in profit, then you have to decide when to take it. It's up to you if you believe in the long term of the company or the short term of the company. But earnings are in June. Maybe that will give us another catalyst. And we want to know, and that's what we're waiting for, is what Ryan Cohen is going to do, what the CEO of this company is going to do, what GameStop is going to do with the funds that they have left. If you enjoyed this, you want more people to see this video, smash that like button, drop a comment if you have some shares in this company, and I'll see you guys for part 2 if you want. Bye.